What?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 hidden references to Breaking Bad in Better Call Saul.
You're gonna miss me. You are gonna miss me.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best Easter eggs and callbacks to Breaking Bad in the prequel spinoff Better Call Saul. We'll be talking about some major plot developments on both shows, so consider this your spoiler warning. Have you caught any Breaking Bad references in Better Call Saul? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Jesse's graffiti tag. While we didn't get to actually see a young Jesse Pinkman in this season 3 episode of Better Call Saul, observant viewers knew he wasn't too far away. In the episode Nacho, Jimmy McGill uses a payphone with a graffiti tag reading JP.
Hello? Hello? Nacho? Nacho!
While there may be other vandals in Albuquerque with those initials, an episode of Breaking Bad shows a very similar looking tag on the wall at Jesse's house. Given that Jesse was known for delinquency in his youth, this seems like exactly something he would do. And if he ever got in any trouble for it, well, he could always call Saul.
Seriously, when the going gets tough, you don't want a criminal lawyer, right? You want a criminal lawyer.
Number 19, why Tuco was in prison. On Breaking Bad, unpredictable crime boss Tuco Salamanca was mentioned as being a former cellmate to Jesse's friend Skinny Pete. We weren't told exactly why Tuco was incarcerated, but given his explosive temper and tendency for violence, we figured it was something bad.
I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed.
As it turns out, he assaulted one of our favorite characters. Working with Nacho to get Tuco out of the picture, at least temporarily, Mike hatches a scheme.
Tuco, he likes to get face to face. Says everything he needs to know is written right here. Looks him in the eyes, just stares like he's looking inside him.
He triggers Tuco's volatile nature and takes a few hits so that he'll be arrested.
Hey, Gramps. You just hit my car.
Dude, you're talking to me.
Check out Mr. Magoo here.
Though Mike might be the one with the bloodied face, there's no question that he emerges the winner of this confrontation. Number 18, Huell's pickpocketing abilities. Bodyguard Huell Babineau is Saul Goodman's right-hand man, and he's arguably his left-hand man too. Among Huell's top skills is his ability to pick pockets inconspicuously, which had devastating consequences on Breaking Bad.
You stole it off me. Your hand, you took it right out of my pocket, didn't you?
To help win an argument against his brother, Chuck, about a supposed medical condition, Jimmy has Huell plant a battery in Chuck's pocket.
What now?
The revelation of this during a hearing causes Chuck to unleash a tirade for the ages, but Huell is as nonchalant as ever during his appearance.
He'll testify he planted this fully charged battery on you over an hour and a half ago.
Hour and 43 minutes.
An hour and 43 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Babineau.
Do you think he would have kept working for Jimmy if he knew what it would all lead to? Number 17, Max's Fountain. A Breaking Bad flashback gave Gus Fring some major character development. We found out that the crime boss Hector Salamanca was responsible for the death of Gus's business partner, Max Arciniega. This led to a permanent vendetta by Gus against Hector.
Look at me, Hector.
But he also kept the memory of his friend alive. In Better Call Saul, we see a fountain with the words Dedicado a Max, meaning dedicated to Max. While Gus has a reputation for being cold and unemotional, his bond with Max showed that he could experience feelings as strongly as anyone else, and this dedication showed just how much Max meant to him. Number 16, the Kettlemans' hiding place. At the beginning of Better Call Saul, Jimmy tries to get County Treasurer Craig Kettleman to hire Jimmy to represent him in his embezzlement case.
I just think a little proactivity may be in order.
Yeah, I just think I'd look guilty if I hired a lawyer.
Well, actually, it's getting arrested that makes people look guilty, even the innocent ones, and innocent people get arrested every day.
The Kettlemans instead go into hiding, and Jimmy stumbles upon their safe house, a tent in the woods.
Here's Johnny! Hey, Warren. Hey, Jojo. Sorry about that. I'm your Uncle Jimmy, all right?
Did you think those woods looked familiar when you first saw them? This area played a major part in Breaking Bad, as it's where Mike lost his life at the hands of an infuriated Walter.
Goodbye, Walter. You're welcome.
We think we're going to avoid taking any hikes in these woods if we're ever in Albuquerque. Number 15, Tampico Furniture. Crazy 8's time on Breaking Bad was short-lived, but he still made a lasting impression on viewers.
Hey, Walter, you getting to know me is not going to make it easier for you to kill me. Not that I mind, you understand?
Better Call Saul gave us more insight into the character, including how he got his nickname and how he became a DEA informant. There's also this bit of continuity. We see him driving a van and wearing a uniform for Tampico Furniture. While chained in Jesse's basement, Crazy 8 tells Walter about his dad owning that store, and how he used to work there.
Don't let shopping strain your brain, oh. Just sing this short refrain, oh. Our furniture is bueno. Tampico is the name.
It might not have any significant bearings on the plot, but it's still nice to get more context into who this character was.
Don't you have a real name?
Domingo.
Domingo. That's Sunday, right?
Number 14, Juan Thibault Boulevard.
Yo, 148, 3 to the 3 to the 6 to the 9, representing the ABQ. What up, biatch? Leave it at the tone.
When it comes to accurately portraying Albuquerque, the series creators have done their homework.
No more half measures, Walter.
In Breaking Bad, we learn that chemist Gail Bedecker lived on Juan Thibault Boulevard.
Please tell me you found him.
6353 Juan Thibault Boulevard. Apartment 6.
And on Better Call Saul, a check written to Jimmy lists his business address as 160 Juan Thibault. Does that seem like too large of a coincidence? Well, Juan Thibault Boulevard is a major road in Albuquerque, and Gail lived on the 6000 block, so it's not like he and Jimmy were neighbors. Also, Jimmy's address in real life is a nail salon, just like he worked out of as a struggling lawyer. Like we said, these writers are detail-oriented. Number 13, Getting Revenge on Ken. If you're a more casual fan of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, the name Ken might have you drawing a blank.
And let me tell you something else. I'm not doing this for charity, right? I'm hands down the best he's got in that office. He knows it, I know it.
However, he made two memorable appearances in both shows. In Breaking Bad, he steals Walter's parking spot, which Walt later gets some very satisfying revenge for. And in Better Call Saul, his obnoxious demeanor leads Jimmy and Kim to pull a scam on him.
Oh my god, did we drink the entire bottle?
No, yeah, we didn't. Hey, cheers.
Come on, I think we're ready for the check.
We don't know much about Ken other than he's a stockbroker and that he tends to get on people's bad side. But he's still been part of two of the best scenes in either show. Is Better Call Ken ever happening?
In my opinion, fortune favors the bold, man.
Number 12, Saul Goodman's car.
Backing up! I have to back up! I need more stickers! Don't have enough stickers! Thank you! Very nice!
At the start of Better Call Saul, Jimmy McGill is struggling. This is perfectly illustrated by his car, a 1998 Suzuki Esteem in bad condition. How bad? It's not even a uniform color due to the right rear door needing to be replaced. But we get a hint of Jimmy's eventual rise to power and increased status. In the first episode, he parks his beater next to a 1997 Cadillac DeVille, the same model as his car on Breaking Bad. It might be a year older, but there's no question that this is the superior car. Of course, it's the lawyer-up vanity license plate that truly makes it a Saul Goodman car. The man is many things. Subtle is not one of them.
I mean, you gotta be king of the desert driving around town in a white caddy making bang.
I'm not making bang.
Number 11, a Cinnabon in Omaha. When the proverbial you-know-what hits the fan towards the end of Season 5 of Breaking Bad, Saul Goodman is considering his options, which mainly consists of keeping a low profile and, well, keeping his life if he's lucky. In a throwaway comment when talking to Walter White, Saul mentions that he'll be lucky if he's managing a Cinnabon in Omaha.
From here on out, I'm Mr. Low Profile, just another douchebag with a job and 3 pairs of Dockers. If I'm lucky, a month from now, best case scenario, I'm managing a Cinnabon in Omaha.
And yep, you guessed it. In a selection of flash-forward scenes from Better Call Saul, we see Jimmy, also known as Saul, also known as Gene, working at a Cinnabon in Omaha. Intense and memorable black and white sequences.
Ladies?
Hey, Gene. Nice lunch?
Oh, yeah. What you need?
Earl's about to come out.
You got it.
Number 10. Casa Tranquila. In his elderly client days, Jimmy would head to a certain Casa Tranquila retirement home in order to generate new business, and he did pretty well for himself in the process.
Hello, ladies. You look beautiful today.
If Casa Tranquila looks familiar, though, it's because it just so happens to be the same retirement home that Hector Salamanca spends his time in during Breaking Bad. It's also the place where Hector and Gus have their final explosive showdown.
Little rata.
And let's not forget, Better Call Saul also shows us how Hector ended up in a wheelchair in the first place, and how he learned to communicate using that dreaded bell.
Hector, this isn't personal. It is! It is personal!
Number 9. Name-dropping Nacho. In a scene from an early Breaking Bad episode, Walt and Jesse have a run-in with Saul, and in an attempt to scare him, they take him out to a hole in the desert. This scene alone has so much content based on Saul's past, including his dollar-in-the-pocket attorney-client technique.
You want attorney-client privilege, don't you? So that everything you say is strictly between us. I mean it. Put $1 in my pocket. Come on, make it official.
Mention of his bad knees, and most significantly, his attempt to point the blame at someone called Ignacio.
It wasn't me, it was Ignacio. He's the one.
At the time, we thought it was just a made-up name. But the prequel series has introduced Ignacio, also known as Nacho, as a key character. So it turns out it wasn't just BS after all.
I trust you.
He also mentions Lalo, who we'd come to know as one of Better Call Saul's most fearsome antagonists. Number 8. Watch out for tarantulas.
No, I mean, what are you carrying? You know, a piece? What's the make?
Pimento is a cheese. They call it the caviar of the South.
Mike quickly becomes a key focus in Better Call Saul, and we see him leaving Philadelphia and heading to Albuquerque. But there's a moment just before Mike leaves when a bartender tells him to keep an eye out for tarantulas.
Tarantulas they got. That's a big minus in my book.
Well, I will be on the lookout.
A meaningless comment on the surface, but it's actually a reference to the train heist in season 5 of Breaking Bad, which has Todd shooting a kid on a motorbike. That episode starts with said kid collecting a tarantula in a jar in the desert, and later on, it falls to the ground after he's shot.
No! No! No!
So the mention of tarantulas early on acts as a grim foreboding. Number 7. Ice Station Zebra Associates. This one's a clever one. Throughout Better Call Saul, we learn of the close relationship between Jimmy and Kim, and one of their favorite pastimes is watching movies together, specifically Ice Station Zebra, which Kim has fond memories of because of her father.
What is this weird fascination you have with stories of men trapped on the North Pole?
Ice Station Zebra is on the North Pole. The thing takes place on the South Pole. They literally could not be any more different. My dad loves this one.
Why is this significant? Well, the fake company Ice Station Zebra Associates is referenced during one of Jimmy and Kim's scams. And more significantly, Saul uses Ice Station Zebra Associates as the name of a holding company to help Walt launder his money in Breaking Bad.
What is Ice Station Zebra Associates?
It's a loan out.
Number 6. Belize.
B4, another B. How about that? As in, before too long, we're gonna have another winner.
Hardcore Breaking Bad fans will remember the time when Saul suggests to Walt that they should send Hank to the same place Mike went. You know, Belize.
Have you given any thought to sending him on a trip to Belize?
Belize?
Yeah, Belize. You know, where Mike went to. Off on a trip to Belize.
Walt did not take that suggestion lightly.
In the recent past, what is wrong with you?
Of course, Saul was using Belize as a euphemism for murder in that instance. In a callback to that moment, Saul, as Jimmy, drops Belize into his routine during his bingo calling gig at a retirement home in Better Call Saul.
B as in battleship, B as in
Bourbon, B as in Belize. Beautiful place, so I've heard.
To the uninitiated, it's purely a random holiday destination. But to fans of the series, it's a cool Easter egg that carries a lot of weight. Number 5. The Pink Pig. Mike certainly got a tough outer shell, both physically and emotionally.
Give me a hug.
And throughout his tenure in the Breaking Bad universe, we never see his guard go down. Well, except for when he's with his granddaughter Kaylee. In Better Call Saul, we see Mike spending lots of time with her and giving her gifts, including a cute pink pig teddy bear.
Why don't you give his foot a squeeze?
He's funny.
Eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed that Mike later uses the same teddy bear to distract a hitman who's waiting on the other side of a door for him in Breaking Bad. Clever.
Chris, I'd like you to drop your gun where you stand.
Number 4. Zafiro Añejo Tequila. As fictional brands go, this one's pretty significant.
Zafiro Añejo.
A tainted bottle of the stuff helped Gus take out an entire cartel mob, remember? But that wasn't its first appearance in the series.
You ever try Zafiro Añejo?
No, I have not, but I'm down for whatever. Through whatever she just said.
Zafiro Añejo Tequila features a few times in Better Call Saul, notably in a scene where Jimmy and Kim scam a guy called Ken in a bar, convincing him to buy them $50 shots of the stuff. Jimmy also buys a congratulatory bottle for him and Kim to drink in season 3 of the show.
Hey. What is this right?
Yes, sir. It is.
Number 3. $1 in the pocket.
You want attorney-client privilege, don't you? So that everything you say is strictly between us. I mean it. Put $1 in my pocket. Come on, make it official.
Saul Goodman's role as Walter and Jesse's legal counsel starts when he asks them to each put $1 in his pocket to ensure attorney-client privilege. As we learn in Better Call Saul, he didn't come up with that on his own. When Kim learns of Jimmy falsifying evidence, she has him give her cash in order to keep things confidential.
Give me $1.
Give you $1.
Yeah, just hand me $1. Okay. Come on.
All I got's a 20.
Fine, whatever. All right. I'm your lawyer now. If anyone asks me what I know, we have confidentiality.
This trick clearly stuck with Jimmy, and he was even able to use it in a very stressful situation. While lawyers typically charge more than $1 for their services, Kim's method is still an effective way for establishing a client relationship on short notice. Of course, it's not as helpful if you never carry cash.
I gotta do it, man.
Number 2. Loyola's Diner. A lot goes down in Albuquerque diners, especially at the famed Loyola's Diner.
We have Lipton's. That's pretty much all we have.
This seemingly normal eatery is a favorite meetup spot for Mike and Lydia in Breaking Bad. And Mike can also be seen taking Jesse for a meal here in season 4 of the series. If its setting looks familiar, that's because it also features numerous times in Better Call Saul, with Jimmy meeting the Kettlemans, Mike meeting Hector Salamanca, and Mike also occasionally dining there alone.
Sorry. Woo! The mysteries of the bladder, right?
So, not only that, but it's actually a very real restaurant that you can go to and visit in Albuquerque. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kevin Costner. You're never quite sure whether what's coming out of Saul's mouth is fact or fiction. And when he claims that he managed to convince a woman he was Kevin Costner in Breaking Bad, most of us likely assumed it was just an elaborate lie in order to prove a point to Walt.
I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
But it turns out he was telling the truth. In an episode of Better Call Saul, you see a hazy-eyed Jimmy waking up to the sight of a confused and angry woman, who is quickly realizing that he is not who he said he was the night before. That's Jimmy.
You are not Kevin Costner.
I was last night.
Jesus. Asshole.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.